Hello and welcome to TMKF Netrunner. I'm Not Yeti.
I'm Aashbo.
And this is round 4 of Swiss from the East Anglian UK Regionals in Cambridge. And on screen we have, in the rather fetching
EA Sports
merch, we have Barteamus on the left hand side, who is a EA Sports player, as can be seen from the lovely top. And on the right hand side we have CableCarnage, who I think it would be pretty easy to call like one of the strongest players in the UK, if not the strongest. A snare bear, and piloting Grug Kit, or one of the newer iterations on, which is the deck that he himself piloted or like premiered at UK Nationals last year.
And this was before it was good. This was before Kit had Lobosomo.
This was before Lobosomo just played. Absolutely. Just like this is a really interesting one. So what we have on the left hand side is we have the kind of Azmari deck, which Barteamus also played in Italy at EMEA and did very well with. And I think that Bart is probably playing the...
Oh, we're swapping out the playmats.
For an NSG Staff Blood in the Water.
Ooh, cute.
Very cute. I do like that playmat.
It is nice. So I always think, I know it's the art, it's got this like digital fuzz on it. And every time Cobra Bubbles has it at the pub, I'm like, print quality on this. Terrible, but it's just the artistic pixelation.
I quite like it. You get to see the sharks and stuff in the background a bit more clearly. So the Azmari deck, which is this... we saw it in round 1. It's the combo kill deck. It's trying to re-education, kill. So
this is a Neurospike version,
I think this is the version that Cobra Bubbles took to Scottish regionals. So it has 1 Neurospike, 1 Dupestad, and 1 red level clearance.
Ooh.
Its Ice Suite is Messed Chestfoes and F2Ps. Now, the thing that Bart is going to be looking to do in this game is to establish a remote server that is Messed Chestfoe on the inside, F2P in the middle, ping on the outside. Now, that might sound like it's quite a lot to ask to get this exact server, but given the rate at which we draw cards, it's like not as difficult as it might sound.
Not as reliant on your draw.
But against Kit, that kind of placement can be extra vital, I think. Being able, because if you res a ping into an F2P, if they're tagged and they don't have the Lobosomo down, you're going to bounce, so you don't have the Orca down, you're going to bounce the Lobosomo to hand, and then use the Master Chestfoe to end the run. So it's like a triple gear check, which is necessary against a deck that only has 2 breakers. We need an end the run sentry, and it can be quite difficult to do. It's not like reliable, but it's not impossible. There are other ways we can do it with lots of pings and a Klavetnik, where we can start taxing out Lobosomo counters, but that is a difficult place to get to.
I think it's kind of a fool's game. You see a lot of the time people talk about like, will they try and tax the Lobi counters like in tournaments and stuff, like when you're watching commentary, and I think it's basically a fool's game. I don't think you can tax Lobi counters out of Kit. They're getting guaranteed 1 a turn, and that's if you didn't put down any code gates. Yeah,
like even if they ran out of things, they'd still go to farm 1 a turn if they needed to.
There's really no way to tax Lobi out of counters. It will be interesting actually when...
Mulligan from Barteamus here looks like a keep from CableCarnage.
Yeah. It'll be interesting when Kit rotates whether Lobosomo is still sees play. I know people are trying Lobi Padma, and I think it's still a good breaker, but the 8 credits is a lot to ask of a normal shaper deck.
Lobosomo, to me, when it first got spawned, and it was like a pretty instant one of the first decks that people kind of thought about in spoiler season was stick this in the Grug Kit list. And I kind of think it kind of felt like it was a deliberate attempt
to give Kit some life.
Yeah, to be like, Kit's been around forever, we all love Kit, Like,
Kit gets to get a good deck.
Good send off.
Yeah.
Last 6 months of Kit are going to be brilliant.
Yeah.
And I think that's been successful.
Yeah. The Lobby Kit deck is loads of fun and definitely competitive. It's a real deck.
I would say probably also one of Azmari's worst matchups.
It's it's one of those things where it feels like every couple of weeks we decide a new matchup is the worst Azmari matchup. But I think the Kit one is going to stick.
With the Roto Turret, it gets a lot better, but we don't have that yet.
Yeah, we're not on the Roto Turret tech.
We do get the turn on Rashida.
Rashida.
And we do get a Stone Ship on the table for Kit, which is really quite big.
Yeah.
Stone Ship is really useful to help us survive the punitive counter-strike.
Well, now Bart is on Degree Mill. Punitive counter-strike is less part of the game plan than trying to build a remote that CableCarnage can't answer.
But, like, so that thing of pushing the re-education, the remote, and trying to score out before they can get in, against this Kit deck is a very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And you'd like to be able to rely on the punitive backup, right? They, spend 6 credits getting into the server and installing their Lobosomu or something, but they can drop to 7. If they install their Anacam, like, they're going to be drawing again.
Yeah.
Because the Kit deck plays nothing but events, basically. So you're in a really difficult situation. But we did get the Rashida off, which is step 1. I assume from this slowdown, though, we don't have YDL.
It looks like Bart has predictive implant. I would guess that you might think about, do I predictive here to find YDL?
Yeah, but also, like, if we've got a Rashida in hand, which I think might be the topmost card, I would sooner jam the second Rashida and get some ice out of my hand rather than, do the risky overdraw now, save that play for next turn, get the Rashida down, get some more ice down, and just go for it,
Yeah. It's really hard. You've really got to push this Kit deck to have the answers.
You've got to be doing it early. You've got to be doing it.
Because, Kit can take a little while to get going. They can high roll it and have Spark in the opening hand and Spark into Lobby turn 1. But if they don't high roll it, it can take them a while to get it out.
Yeah, there are games you see where the Kit, is just drawing to try and find it. Which is a classic Shaper thing, right?
Yeah.
Lat without an SMC, Kit without a Spark, can be really tough. We're getting the Bones down. I feel conflicted about installing Miss Bones in the matchup.
Yeah.
You've just spent a click and 2 credits. And what it means is that on the turn where you contest the server, you are going to be able to clear it out. But I often think to myself, if you end up dying to punitive counter-strike, 1 or 2 credits, short, because you've spent 2 credits and a click now that you could have spent drawing, you could have spent doing something else.
Sure.
Like, trashing those
upgrades
is rarely the winning thing.
I think it is. I think if you're on the... if CableCarnage is thinking it's like 2 dupes dead, you need to be able to trash that dupes dead when you get into the server the first time. So you're probably only getting in there once.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it. But if you're getting in there, you're probably getting in there for the rest of the game.
Not necessarily. Like, not if you have to spend 8 credits to clear it out.
So we've just done that again, and I think still no YDL.
It's very sad.
But we're on 9 credits now. 10 credits now as the Azmari. We haven't had Kit give us a trigger.
Yeah. So this is something I think for all you people out there practicing against Azmari for UK nets.
Do you think there'll be some Azmari at UK nets?
I think maybe there's a slim chance. I think fastidiously denying Azmari trigger is actually huge.
Yeah.
Kami, who we practiced against, diligently denies those Azmari triggers and gives the Azmari a rough time every time because the ice is big, the combo's expensive, the punitive is expensive. Azmari really cares about the money, and unless they are able to get off like the perfect Rashida planogram YDL and get like 15 credits in a single click, like the Azmari trigger is the main source of money for the deck.
So we've got an interesting board state here. We've got we've got like 10 cards in hand, 11 cards in hand, I think. Still no YDL, but we do have the ping. And if we get that ice onto the remote server, we might be in a spot where we've constructed that ideal remote that we've talked about.
Triple gear check, yeah.
So
it looks like we're doing some.
We have an RLC and a Sudden Commandment in hand. Like more ice. Okay.
More damn
But
ice.
if you use the install sub of the red level clearance and buy your click back, you could really start.
Can't buy your click back. We're not.
Sorry, not buy your click back, but use the install sub and then the RLC
Yeah.
click gain. You could really.
Looks like we're digging for YDL though. But yeah,
we're
you
gaining
can
3 credits. We're
re-
getting 3 credits off of the.
Oh, interesting. You can force the issue here, which maybe Bart is going to do.
Will end up being like a credit short.
Yeah.
But I guess we might be threatening Neurospike. Install, and then if we RLC last, but that seems potentially weak to me. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't have an RLC. Maybe I misread that board state.
I don't think we do. There's a purple card in there, I think. It's Dupestad.
We've got some Hollow Men. We've got some.
It doesn't look like Bart has any of the kill pieces, actually. It doesn't look like there's a Dupestad.
There's a Punitive, but.
Well, none of the combo pieces, I mean.
We've got Hollow Men. We've got Re-Eds. We just don't have.
We just don't have the kill pieces.
Yeah,
so Neurospike or Dupestad. Which is a sad position to be in. You've set up the remote, you've got the agenda, you've got the money, you don't have the kill.
Yeah, but we might be able to force the next turn. We might be able to just, if that is our triple gear check remote, like, and we had a Rashida in hand, we might be able to just go for it. But we shall see. I wonder if that, we had a visual issue on our end. I don't know if that's there in the final recording.
Is it built in? We'll see.
Right, what? So we don't have to. So we get the Anacam down. I think that's an Altar Anacam.
Yeah.
Do you think?
At this point,
we do fire the Rashida. I think we
go.
just clicked for some credits, played the Anacam. We've only got 2 credits on CableCarnage's side of the table. So like a triple gear check remote is a real threat here.
Yeah, this is actually a really interesting. It looks
There's
like
a YDL and there is a red level clearance in hand now. If we can afford to
if you
double YDL,
if you RLC, I think you YDL here because that's giving you enough money to win the game. I think.
But if you
the
can YDL install. Oh no, because you can't clicklessly install the Reed. But if the Reed's already on the table and you could clicklessly install like a Hollow Man, an Advanced Re-Education or something, you could be in a fantastic economic position and threaten to kill this turn, which could be huge.
Yeah,
we might not actually have the actual stuff to back up the kill. But we'll see. Did you see what Bart just did there?
No, what did he do?
Bart has installed the agenda in the remote server and has installed a Rashida Jaheim on the outside, bluffing it as the Spin Doctor.
Very cute. Which means...
And click 1, we're running it.
I guess you'd hope to draw into the kill off of the Rashida fire.
We're burnering. Click 2. So
you're feeling good about not having the kill pieces in hand.
But now on 19 credits. I wonder if you burner and just put stuff back on top.
You 100% do. Depends on what it is. Like if it's punitive, maybe not. But
I think even with punitive, you've got Anacam and Stone Chip on the table.
That's true. Punitive is probably fully offline.
Yeah. Maybe bottom that Hollow Man, stick the punitive on top. Maybe bottom the Spin Doctor.
I think you...
Bottom Spin Doctor?
Yeah, I'd be hoping...
Thinking about it.
If I was CableCarnage, I would have hoped to have seen 2 cards that I was happy to put on top.
Or bottom.
No, put on top to deny draw.
Okay, so we did keep the punitive in hand, and we bottomed the Hollow Man, and we bottomed the Spin Doctor.
Yeah.
Which is good, I think. That's a heads-up play from CableCarnage there, knowing that even with this Mahusive credit advantage, we really don't think that punitive is a threat.
Also, re-education is not a threat as well this turn.
No, we've got it's not this turn, but like
re-education kill is also offline at the moment because Bart can't shuffle back enough cards, I think.
No, I mean we don't have the advancement. We can. Oh yeah, we can get the advancement and the Dupestad and everything. Maybe if we RLC into it. But what do you mean?
I'm saying the re-education threat is not online at the moment after that burner because Bart wouldn't have had enough cards in hand.
But Bart couldn't have advanced to 5 this turn anyway.
If that was dupe set, he could have. Oh no, yeah, but it has to be one or the other, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
course.
we were very offline.
We were super offline. We were acoustic. That's how.
I maybe spot a Neurospike in hand there. Hard to say, but we did get some Hollow Men. But yeah, if I was Bart here, I really would be looking to push it.
It looks like Bart has a remote that he's happy to push in. He just doesn't have the cards.
Yeah.
And the longer this game goes on, the more time CableCarnage has to draw Spark.
Yeah, I mean, this is turn 5, right? And that's
Yeah.
already later than we want to be doing this.
Looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, we're threatening now. So, question 1, do we have Spark of Inspiration in hand? With red level clearance, which I'm pretty certain now is in hand, I think I've seen it, and a Summon Commandment, there is a world where or with Neurospike, there's a world where we could kill through
Stone Ship draw.
Stone Ship. Interesting, we haven't sparked for Lobby, but we have trick-shotted. What do you think that says? We're stealing Degree Mill off the top. Wow.
I'm not sure what this says. I think it says...
We're desperate.
Yeah.
We don't have the spark. We're going to mad dash to get the win, I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, Mad Dash HQ, and Bart's drawn a lot.
I really don't see this. Unless we're just going to say deny the second run. We just wanted click to access 2. Seems very strange.
Maybe.
Mad Dash Archives? I don't know. Or maybe we're just hoping that it looks like a dupe stat kill in the remote rather than a Neurospike kill.
Yeah.
So maybe we're just going to say, I'm going to pop the Stone Ship and try and live an extra turn.
Yeah, I guess we're not in...
Yeah, we didn't run the remote.
We're not in open deck list, so... Which, of course, we know the Azmari dies to. So CableCarnage may have read the combo wrong.
Maybe doesn't recognise the Neurospike threat.
Yeah, maybe doesn't even know about it. Maybe he's just calling that it's dupe stat and not Neurospike.
Okay, we do see the red level clearance, which I think at this point should tip off CableCarnage to like the entire list.
Yeah.
And
yeah, this is... You'd be knowing... I think if you've read... But if you've been keeping up on your tournament-winning deck list recently, you'd know that this is...
That was also a super risky run from CableCarnage there, right? If you'd stolen 3 more points.
I think... Even so, it's only...
Oh, we get two more of Archives. Oh.
Was that a Mad Dash?
Did we just Mad Dash run Archives?
Was that it?
I don't understand. How have we won the game? What?
Run it back.
I'm rewinding. Who knows if I know how to do that?
Ewan's going to have to do some editing.
Okay, what card do you reckon's installed here? This Alt Art. Is this a Mad Dash?
I think that might be Mad Dash.
And it looks like he's installed it, but he's actually just played it. Mad Dash to Archives for the win. Damn. Okay. Wow. That's not the way you want to lose this game. But if you don't have the spark, I guess that's what you have to do.
It's just how it goes sometimes.
Mad Dash is a good card against the Azmari for that reason.
It's also like real sad for Bart because probably for 3 or 4 turns, you just wanted
just the kill piece.
The kill piece and didn't draw it
until we never learn if that was a triple gear check. It didn't even need to be. Single gear check would have done it. But yeah. Hey, fair play to CableCarnage. I remember I talked to CableCarnage after this game, and he did say to me, Bart said to me, because at some point I spoke to Bart about it, and he said, playing against CableCarnage, he's just so good. He's just thinking one step ahead. There's nothing I could have done. And I spoke to CableCarnage about it, and he said, I had no business winning that Azmari game.
Yeah.
I just set up a random mad dash.
And now we know. He knew that was the kill. He knew he couldn't get in, and just went, you know what? Trick shot R&D, mad dash archives, and just hope that gets me 7 points.
And it did.
Sometimes it do be like that.
Yeah.
They say Netrunner's a game of skill. Well, this is the luck factor, the CableCarnage factor. If I'm Mad Dash Archives, there's zilch in there. If I'm CableCarnage and Mad Dash Archives, there's 6 points.
It's the difference between good players and Aashbo, I guess.
The rest of us scrubs.
Yeah. Right, well, I think, at this point, we're come to UK Nats. We're saying thank you to Aashbo for doing 4 commentaries with me. It's been effortless.
It's been very fun.
And did you have any final thoughts? Final thoughts on regionals? Final thoughts on
regionals overall were really, really fun. It was nice to go to big tournaments with lots of people that didn't feel really intense.
Didn't take your whole weekend.
Didn't take the whole weekend. I play some games. I had the most fun at Bristol just because I stayed over the night before, could get up, have a nice breakfast, go to the tournament.
Yeah, I tried to do as many of them.
And that's
the
one I cut at. So I guess that's the difference maker. But they were all really fun, and UK Nats is going to be great fun this year as well.
It'll be amazing, yeah.
It's going to be loads of fun. If you've never come to a in-person Netrunner tournament before, you should come to UK Nats because it's going to be loads of fun.
Yeah, if you're
lots of nice people.
If you're playing Netrunner in the UK, you're pretty lucky, right? It's like the best place in the world to be doing it. So, right. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on next one, probably with a different co-host.
Ooh.